Okay. I guess I'll reintroduce myself then. My name is Alexis Stark, and I'm going to be reading poems from my second book, my forthcoming book, The Sound of Honey Falling. I think I will just read a few selections kind of throughout the flow of it. So it breaks into 3 parts, and I am immediately blanking on all of them because I'm up here. So the first part, part 1 is falling apart, part 2 is falling out, and part 3 is falling in love. So exploring different themes surrounding those. So this is from the first section. This is least favorite season. Oh, that was stuck. Okay. September steals my gold. Lingering daylight of summer nights, leaving home hoping I remembered my summer reading homework and my locker combination, longing to turn the car around, drive back into August, and avoid moving back to campus. Welcome week feels like a wake. Like love and lives ended, ride or dies unfriended, family at funerals suspended in time, knowing this season will never feel the same again. Autumn air reeks of wet leaves and wheezing school buses. Pumpkin spice lattes taste like murky pond water, so put that flannel away. It's still 90 degrees outside, and it's only September. Despite the drama, the trauma, and fear of things fading and changing, I decided to get married during my least favorite season. So when the green leaves grow brittle and brown, and the gold fades, the dawn turns to day, I hope he will stay. So in the middle here, this is one of my favorites. This is Neurospicy. Today, my skin suit doesn't fit me. I can't stand the way that it stretches and sweats and sticks to my bones as the sweater is sticking to me now. I want to rip it all off. I slip on a series of shirts, willing one of them to settle on my surface to splash ice water on spicy skin. I feel slightly on edge all the time. Like I need to split open my skull, scoop out my brain, and swish her around in a solution made of aloe, oatmeal, and chamomile. I feel like I should have come with a warning. She's sensitive, so handle with care. She's sleepy and neurospicy, inflamed with a flavor that feels too hot for neurotypical palates, too much for those unfamiliar with anxiety, with tapping and shaking and shutting down and failing to bring projects across the finish line because your brain doesn't work on the same timeline, because she's too busy balancing doubt and reality, a ritual, an unbreakable cycle of compulsions that look like routine and rage cleaning, profusely praying for every person she's ever met because they'll die if she forgets. I'm convinced catastrophes directly correlate with the choices I make, and if I think it, it might happen, so I treat every intrusive thought with caution. I don't say them out loud, or they'll think I'm dramatic. But they don't know it feels traumatic when your spouse stops loving you as soon as they leave the room, because nothing is permanent and safe and everything is unbalanced and unclean, and I can't focus on writing when I need to vacuum for the 10th time this week. My therapist told me that it takes an average of 7 years to diagnose OCD. Well, it didn't take anyone that long to figure out that I was picky or particular, like Sheldon Cooper. Perfectionism, my early diagnosis, the obvious driving force, a desirable trait, non-harmful, effective at getting me good grades. My perfectionism presented as high achievement, a line so fine I didn't feel it when my feet crossed over it. Striving for excellence became a fear of failure, low self-esteem, detrimental to my well-being. My diagnosis is a misconception of control, compulsions, and catastrophizing, cleaning until it's right, readjust, rearrange, repeat until it feels safe, until the fear goes away, until I've convinced my illness, this disorder of doubt, that I didn't leave the stove on and I did feed the dog. I'm sick and tired of getting sick and tirelessly researching for reassurance because I'm not sure that I'm not dying. Sometimes allergies feel like an apocalyptic illness, but when the house is clean, I can relax. I can write and rest and unwind. My therapy does not enable me, so please don't tell me I'm being lazy or that getting help is unnecessary, because I'm actually learning things no one ever taught me about how to manage something completely earth-shattering to meet after years of sharing the same body but never knew why we were fighting. And now we're both just screaming and tired of fighting. Thank you. That's a good one. All right, I know what I want, and I just have to find it in the back of the book. Okay. This is Lighthouse, one of my favorite poems. I loved it so much I got it tattooed on my body. Not the whole poem, for clarity. I can see you, your pronoun pins on lavender lanyards, flags in windows and doors, waving hello, saying we welcome progress and pride here. We are safe. I see you passing, whether quietly or on purpose, it's none of my business, but I see you because brave recognizes strong and unapologetic. I see you parading your fashion, your hairstyles, your Doc Martens, the bejeweled bodies and tattooed equal signs on your earlobes, beacons of liberty since our ancestors first stepped out, came out, shouted out, this is love, this is sacred. I see you praising God with your partner in church on Sunday, walking to work in the streets on Monday, in bakeries, praying that you're safe to hold hands or display affection without fear of hateful repercussions. I see you asking questions, wondering, wanting to understand, to know better and do better, stretching your roots beyond where they were planted and educated to only share soil and sunshine with people who look like, love like, pray like you. But I see you transforming, new butterfly wings bursting, expressing and affirming your colors with what you know to be true on the inside. And when I see you in all your glory, love yourself and others' energy, I want to scream celebratory rhetoric, rewrite all the books and Bibles because this is beauty of creation in its most natural form. Lighthouses don't discriminate when they shine for our ships, navigating storms, searching for safety. So when I see you hiding your ring, your bi-wife energy, your gamer, engineer, not-so-queer spouse, I want to tell you he's nothing to be ashamed of, so stop pretending that beam of light isn't meant for you. I see you a full spectrum, a legacy, a far-reaching light guiding us home. Thank you. All right, I'm doing all right on time here. I'm still filling the silence. Okay. So this is the, actually, no, I want to read this other one. This is my acknowledgement section of the book. And of course, I made it a poem because I was like, how do I thank all of the people that made this a reality that, supported me in this journey and in my life. This has no title. It's just the acknowledgement page. So thank you to the poets, local honeybees who pollinate and keep the world flourishing, the bees who suck nectar from flowers, fill their stomachs and plan for winter, food stored to feed our souls even in the cold months when we disappear. Thank you to the poets who flap their wings to thicken honey, make it sweet like syrup so it sticks to our bones. We remember their poems and store them for later. Thank you for welcoming me into the hive, for helping me hone the art of making honey and inspiring words that sting when threatened. Thank you for slowing down to smell the flowers and hear the sound of honey falling. Thank you. I thought that was cute. Isn't that cute? Oh, I'm so sweaty. The sweater was bad.